Hello, my name is Douglas Collins. I'm here to tell you a little story about what happened to me while I was in Iraq in 2008. It was just a small mortar attack. I was selected to deploy in late 2008. Me and my wife had just got married, and we had settled down for a little while, and they told me it was time for me to go. So I went. I got selected to go to the middle of Iraq. I can't say where. But my main job there was to be in charge of fire and crash and rescue. Mainly putting out fires on the base and protecting the aircraft, but we were also in charge of medical emergencies as well. When we landed, we ended up getting an initial briefing. In the briefing, they go through everything that happens in the area, the mortar attacks, the rocket attacks, and they also tell us all the alarm signals. Well, the alarm signals that they told us about, they mentioned one, but didn't really go into much detail on it. It was called the klaxon alarm. The klaxon alarm, they said when you hear it, you'll know. And now that alarm there signified that a mortar was going to hit you within, I think they said it was roughly 100 yards. Well, for 3 months, we'd been kind of growing numb to all the mortar attacks. Everything had been always happening, but never happening directly to us at the fire station. It was always across the base. We were always responding to it. I had gotten into a routine of going back and forth to the gym on my off days. Well, after I'd go to the gym, I'd also go to the Green Beans coffee shop that was out there on the other side of the base and get myself some coffee and some granola, because that was the only place in Iraq that had granola. Well, one day I asked my buddy, after I got back from the gym, I asked him, I said, "You want to go get some granola, maybe some coffee over there at the coffee shop?" He agreed, and we took off over to the coffee shop. Well, as we were in the coffee shop, we had bought our stuff and come outside, and we heard this alarm. And I told you the klaxon, they didn't tell us exactly what it sounded like. It was more like the clanging of a dinner bell. And to me, I usually run from that. But either way, we so used to hearing alarms go off, and so used to just walking while they were happening, that we were heading back to the fire station. We didn't think much of it. There was an older man. He was walking across the way, and he was wearing staff sergeant stripes, and he was in the Army. And I noticed that he had jumped down on the ground, and this scared me pretty good. So I decided that it was about time for me to get down on the ground. So I got on the ground, I covered my head, and I turned my head to the right and opened my mouth like they told us to do in the briefing. Well, I was about halfway through praying to the God I knew, and the mortar hit. It was a deafening sound, one I won't forget. After I got up, I couldn't really tell where the mortar had hit at. I got up, me and my buddy, we both spilled our coffee and threw all our granola on the ground. We took off walking back to the fire department. Both of us had our head down, and we didn't say much to each other. This story goes to show you that even though things aren't happening to you at this very moment, it can happen at any any moment in your life. Don't take any moment for granted. And I haven't since I got back. Every moment's precious to me, and I know that in an instant it can be taken away. Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope you got something out of it.